What's good? What's good? Welcome to the Epic Entertainment Critics. I am Antoine,
And I am still James.
and we are here to bring you a review on Altered Carbon Resleeved, the animated um, movie. Yeah, it's a movie.
Yeah.
The animated movie based on the book, right? Or is
Based,
this based on the show?
based on the franchise, based on the series, whichever way you want to say it.
Okay, so yeah, we are gonna review that, but before we do that, got an intro, but I don't have it queued, but I do. All right, so okay, Alter Carbon Resleeved. Like I said, it's animated. It's like a one shot off story with the same characters though. Um, so it starts off like all the damn Alter Carbons, where he wakes Walter Takeshi Kovac wakes up and somebody wake him up, be like, "Hey, yeah, we woke you up because we got some work for you." Like they do that shit on all of them, don't they?
Yeah, yeah. You're not wrong. You are not wrong.
That's one thing that's consistent, and I'm like, okay, why is he always sleep? I mean, why?
You know, I ain't got no answer for you, bro. Like at least in the season one of the show, like the excuse is he's been like locked down for 2.5 centuries.
Yeah,
But, like with this, it's just like for whatever reason, you know. So while I've got you without a body, let me tell you what I need you to do when you get to the planet.
yeah. So, and it's made by Ghost in the Shell and Cowboy Bebop. Did they just had a hand in it, or?
So what I understand is the writer had from Ghost in the Shell had pretty much had carte blanche, and so the guys that did the art design for Cowboy Bebop were basically just consulting.
Okay.
I don't have verification on that. That's just what I have.
So this is that animation style that's that 3D. That's that cheap 3D.
Yeah.
So they can make more Netflix shows because that you can just see it's cheaper than 2D. That 2D takes longer to do.
It's not hand drawn.
Right. It takes longer to do. It looks the 2D looks better to me, but I'll take the 3D just so I can get more stuff out. You know what I'm saying? Because it just takes too long to do the 2D.
Yeah.
But so it's not bad. It's cool.
Like it's never quite as smooth as a 2D,
right?
Which is weird. You know, it's always just a little jank. But
I mean, it's just sometimes the way they move look kind of fake. I don't know. It's just like when they first started doing 3D back in like the 90s. Just the way they move. You know, I never too much cared for that.
Well, like even the way the tells they have
See, look,
on motion. You know.
Hold on, let me just get that scene. The part when they was like dancing,
Yeah.
like in the background, the way everybody moving just look weird to me.
Like
it just don't look real.
There's a scene where a guy gets all up in someone's face, and it's just like, well, like, what was that? Why did you come from all the way back here just to get up in this dude's face? Because they didn't want to animate all the different points of articulation for a simple like just stepping up into somebody's face. So it's like they had to get it from back here just to make it easy.
Yeah. So, okay. So the story is about, like I said, dude woke him up to protect this girl. Matter of fact, it's right here. The dude, some dude, like they always do, some old rich dude, wake him up so he can protect this girl. He don't know why. He just said, "Look, protect this girl. Don't let her die." It's ninjas after him.
Wait, look, and also like every time, the job is just about ruined by the time he wakes up.
Right. So it's ninjas after her, and we need you to protect her. So he like, all right, I guess. So he get a new sleeve. He get This is one of the sleeves he used.
Apparently,
So he got so he's this dude with he just looked like your any protagonist
he's
on
an
any
anime
other.
protagonist.
Yeah, right.
He's
Like,
just an anime
dog,
protagonist.
you are not like different looking. You look like
he could be the main character.
you're a handsome young man with muscles. I
Yeah.
mean,
like just old enough to be respected.
yeah,
Like,
right. So anyway, he get his sleeve and then he go to work to protect this girl. So now right here, this girl pop up, the lady pop up, and will this be a spoiler telling who she is? Because I was like okay, they making me mad now.
Because wasn't it like episode 2 where some guy for some reason accidentally dropped her real name?
Yeah, well, okay, so basically, it's his sister.
This is yeah.
And I don't think that's a spoiler because they tell you that like right away. They don't say that to the end.
Even the way they dropped it in there. Don't you think so? Raylene come her. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to use your code name. What?
Yeah, right. Really, y'all? Like they could have just gave us hints. They just gave us this your sister.
Like that could have been a great reveal, but no.
Yeah, but it's just, okay. I'm already kind of cool on that because they happened to meet each other. It wasn't a fucking. They didn't try to get them together.
Right.
This was an accident.
Instead of
really.
So instead of making the reveal that they are who they are, the reveal was them finding out who the other is.
But see, well, we getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
But they just when they revealed that, I was like, what does this mean to the plot? And it means nothing.
It wasn't even an impactful reveal. It was.
It meant nothing to the plot. I think they might have added that in there just because they know people, like that character so much.
If you hadn't seen Altered Carbon before seeing Resleeved, that would have meant nothing to you.
Right. So I mean, but even if you did, it made no impact on the story. It had no impact on anything.
It's like a cameo.
Basically, yeah.
It's Nick Fury shows up to say, "Hey, I got a job for you." But you already know the person's in the Avengers.
Right. So, so they, they protecting this girl, and let's talk about the main villains or whatever. It's the Yakuza, right?
Yeah.
So we got the Yakuza here, and hold on. So you got the Yakuza, and of course they known for have these tattoos and shit, and that's like a big part of the plot.
Yeah.
Where I don't want to reveal too much, but the thing is, the Yakuza got this. They got this ritual
secession ceremony,
right? Where the tattoo somehow destroys their sleeve. Oh no, it destroys the stack.
Yeah.
So that's where the girl come into play because she's a tattoo artist and she make this tattoo.
Yeah.
So obviously, it's something going on behind the scenes. Somebody trying to stop the secession. It's like a coup. It's whatever. It's kind of standard. Like I've seen this story like 1,000 times.
I mean, if you pick any,
and then you see it, be like, oh, it's the sun. I mean, it's like, is that you're not fooling nobody?
It's all whoever the guy that's supposed to be next in line. It's always him.
Right. It's like the dude who's not getting the job because somebody there. He's trying to kill him. He's trying to get the job.
The son is tired of waiting.
Yeah.
Or there's a guy who feels like he got skipped over and it should.
Yeah, it's either that or the other. So we got the dad and the son, and the dad is about to put something on the son that's going to kill him if once he's done with his term and pass it on to the next one, it's going to kill him. So obviously the son's like, well, I ain't trying to die.
Right. I ain't putting that shit on me.
Right. So it's pretty obvious how they did that. So it just played out like a decent action movie, but it didn't give me no twist and reveals that made me say, whoa, you know what I'm saying?
I feel you on that. They tried to kind of beat you over the head with spectacle so that you wouldn't be paying attention when they dropped the plot points, but it's like you didn't need to drop plot points. We knew what was going on.
Yeah. So the action, we could talk about the action because like I said, the plot was just simple. Yeah. It was the same old somebody's trying to kill me, find out who it is. Oh, it's my son because he want to take the leadership. Okay, we've seen it 1,000 times. So let's talk about the action. Um, the action was pretty good. They had a lot of sword fights because we had ninjas.
Yeah. Like even like as much as you can call it that, the choreography was very much the sort of thing you see in Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah,
Like a lot of people doing a lot of stuff for like a punch.
yeah,
You know.
yeah, and a lot of sword fighting and a lot of I guess gun and sword play. I guess where I was like, do we need ninjas?
And like any good like Asian crime drama,
You gotta have ninjas and swords.
which somehow devolves into a bare knuckle brawl.
Well, yeah.
Like you got Takeshi Kovacs. Excuse me. What was he calling himself?
I
Ken
forget.
something.
Oh yeah, Ken something. Yeah,
Yeah. Like he's beating ninjas with headbutts.
yeah. And what's her name?
Gina.
Yeah, but it's like when it's like GENA.
Yeah.
Like it was not like Gina, like GINA, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, then and they have another hotel. I was like, so is it all these? Is it a lot of hotels like that? Got the AI
So
and-
there used to be more of them. By the time the first season picks up, most of them are defunct because people stop staying in them because, as they say, it's like living with a stalker.
So I mean, okay, I did like they had this little scene where dude put on like some armor and they did the whole fight, and I was kind of like, so you got all this armor and shit. So what does the main character have? Somehow he end up beating him or whatever.
He's got guts.
Yeah, all right.
Like this is Asian crime like thriller nonsense. It's like you got the one guy who comes in like with his body armor on and he's
Yeah.
won. It's like the main character is like got his gut shot and he's bleeding out, and then somehow
Right, he
just
beat the shit out of him.
forces his way through.
Drop the armor. Let's go, man to man. No, give me that gun.
What did Sam say? This ain't that kind of movie, bro.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, we got our typical story. It played out like that. It was, like I said, the action was still fun, watching ninjas jump around or whatnot.
Like
They did have these cool little things where they had these arrows
oh yeah.
that they was like, oh, that wasn't nothing, And then
It's like they are like, man, what is this nonsense? And then like the arrows have drill tips and they drill into the body and then explode.
right, then explode.
I'm like, okay.
Which, and you was like, damn, why you got to, because it's like they armor. They they stuck on their armor and they was like, well, shit, we got armor, they ain't hurting, and it explodes. So it was pretty damn dope.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it was a fun watch.
Yeah.
But it felt like a 3-episode arc.
Yeah.
Like it felt like a filler.
Yeah.
Like a 3-episode filler that had a conflict that got resolved in 3 episodes, and now let's move on to the next thing.
Right. If I had to point out like one glaring weakness on this, it's that if this hadn't been Altered Carbon, this would have been like Ninjas versus Yakuza. Like it would have been one of those movies,
Right. I mean, and the action was fun, but the story was just so
rote.
It was just so regular. Like it just
we need an excuse for these people to end up having
Right,
these
right,
people,
right.
So here you go.
But like I said, it was fun just watching the action, and the characters. Now that the little girls, I didn't like her.
Yeah.
I mean, she was okay, but like they had her at the beginning, kind of being whiny and stuff. I'm like, all right, well, that's
Like,
enough of that.
Even the reveal on her character, like at the very, very end.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I know. I'm like, okay. So, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a rating, man. It was pretty good. I liked it. I enjoyed the action, like I said. Like the story was just straightforward, but I can't give it over a all right. So I give it all right because I had enough fun watching it, and it was decent. and the main character, Ken whatever, which was Kovac, could have been anybody.
Yeah.
It didn't have to be Kovac because that's the thing. Kovac don't do nothing that makes him unique from other characters, other protagonists. You know what I'm saying?
Well, like,
Where when hold on, I was just gonna say where when all these guys are the same dude, what does he do to make me know that that's the same person?
no.
Exactly. So out of Joel Kitterman, this guy, Anthony Mackie, none of them felt like the same guy. Like none of them felt like
this
Kovac,
actually-
other than they just say their name Kovac.
Right. So like this actually kind of proves it because in the show, they go out of their way to tell you, envoys of this and envoys of that, and he's been trained to do this. And then you don't see him do it, but they tell you that the reason everything works out in the end is because he's an envoy.
Right, and that's your classic mistake. Show,
not tell.
right?
But in this one, they don't even give you all of that. It's just because they know you've seen the show, they let you know this is Takeshi Kovacs.
Right.
And so it's like
I feel like this was something else, and they added their names in there.
I truly believe like this could have been anything else.
Yeah, I mean, this could have just been his own story. This could have been some Yakuza story.
You know, it's kind of like it's kind of like the thing you see in a lot of action films now that are supposed to be tie-ins to something else, like the whole what is it? All the Cloverfield movies.
Yeah.
There is nothing linking any of those.
Right.
movies
They
together.
tried to add stuff in different movies.
Right.
So those are all separate movies, and they just added something to link them.
Right.
And they kind of messed up their whole little universe they was started.
Like this could have been its own standalone thing, and it would have been just fine. But now it also suffers from the pitfalls of the greater franchise it's now a part of.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't bad though. It was just
bad.
it was just a one shot little spinoff or
I enjoyed it. I for my rating, I'm giving it an all right. Like
Yeah.
it's an okay little flick, but like it's nothing special about it.
right. It just made me think. I wanted to say, okay, if you want to keep bringing Kovac back, or every time you make a protagonist and he's Kovac, what is it about Kovac that I can relate to, that I can bring with me on every movie?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? On every show, something that I take from Kovac that that these actors bring to nothing the same about them. He just act like
so
some dude.
So like in the books, because you're riding along in his head, you get all the character, development stays consistent. But in the show, the only thing that ties any of his bodies together is he says his name is Takeshi Kovacs and he has the fucking dragon infinity.
But he do the
tattoo
same
on
old
his arm.
brooding, scowling shit. Like, all right, man.
Like I work alone.
Yeah. Yeah, we got that. You work alone.
It's like even the ways in which he's, broody are different from between Joel Kinnaman and Anthony.
Yeah, I know. So, anyway, that is our review for Alter Carbon Resleeved. Not bad. It's an okay watch. It's it's an okay little action animated movie, but being related to Alter Carbon really didn't. It didn't add nothing to Alter Carbon, nor take nothing away. So it was just it's a time waster.
Yeah, like we ain't saying don't see it, just don't drop anything just so you can watch it.
I mean, if you like the other season, if you like season 1 and 2 of Alter Carbon, you will like this, but it's not gonna add nothing to what you already know. Like, oh, let me add this in addition to, nah, it's just a little side story. So, yeah, that is our review for Alter Carbon. Pretty decent. So we're gonna be out of here. Thanks for checking out the video. Please give us some thumbs up if you like what you see in here, and subscribe to the channel.
And as always, for my little bit, please comment down below what you thought. Is there anything that we're clearly wrong about? There isn't. Or did we miss anything? I don't think so, but it's the internet, so y'all tell us.
Yes, well said. All right, we out of here, y'all. Peace.
Peace.